men began to forsake their idols and turn from the darkness, turn to the light, began to walk in righteousness and holiness, and started to see the tide change in culture from a culture of death to a culture of life. But there in the midst of that darkness, God rose up another generation of those who sought the Lord. Genesis 6:5. We all know this. It's a testimony of another generation. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of men was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And we all know what that led to. A worldwide flood where God cleansed the whole earth from iniquity, and only the righteous were saved. But then we see in Judges 2:10 a testimony of another generation. When all that generation had been gathered to their fathers, another generation arose after them who did not know the Lord, nor the work which he had done in Israel. And they were handed over to their enemies until God raised up judges. And when you read that, does that not sound like America today? This is the generation that destroys the idols of their fathers and turn many to righteousness. This is the opportunity that stands before us here today. But we need to make a response to the Lord. When we talk about the testimony of generations, it's always with regard to the kingdom, specifically the kingdom of God, the kingdom of Jesus Christ. If you take a look, it all depends on what will we do with this man Jesus. What will we do with this king? Will we bow before him and surrender all? Or will we throw off his yoke? Will we seek him and seek his favor, seek his presence? Or will we seek the lust of the flesh, the pride of life? And that's what we need to know here this morning, is that none of us are insignificant. So many people say, what can I do? What can I do? I'm not the president. I'm not this great leader in the nation. But I tell you what we can do. We have knees and we have access to the throne of heaven where all history is truly made. We have more power to change history and to transform culture because we have access to the throne of grace. As it summarized Elijah's life in the book of James, behold, he prays. That was the secret to that man's testimony, that there in a land of darkness, a glorious light has shined. That can be our testimony as well.